From 1965 to 1977, Srila Prabhupada traveled the world preaching, working tirelessly translating his books, while at the same time keeping in constant communication with his disciples through personal letters. It is through these letters that we are able to derive life lessons, material and spiritual, as well as appreciate Srila Prabhupada's loving care for his disciples. Let us now hear from one of those fortunate devotees who personally received correspondence from His Divine Grace.
So Prabhupada built this movement before fax and internet. It was on the mail. And so we would give Prabhupada reports, and he would send us letters instructing things that were relevant. So this first letter I'm going to read is regarding the opening of the Krishna Balaram temple in Vrindavan. And it took 5 to 6 years to build it from an empty plot of ground. Prabhupada found sweet water with his cane. He said, dig here. And sweet water came in the midst of salty water. And so our neighbors now accepted us because the municipality had no water mains out to such a far point in Vrindavan. It was on the outskirts of the town, so much so that monkeys wouldn't even go there. So here's the letter that Prabhupada is writing to me regarding the opening of the Krishna Balaram temple in 75. It wasn't ready on time in 74, but here's his instructions. My dear Gurudas, please accept my blessings. I'm spending my last 2 days in Australia, and after this I shall go to the USA. In the meantime, I wish to give you some instructions regarding our Janamastami installation in Vrindavan. The main thing is the ceremony should be conducted by our own men. We do not have to be dependent on taking help from persons who will not even eat with us, thinking us inferior. So this was Prabhupada's test. You see, there was many Goswamis, and they did not accept us at first in Vrindavan. 2 did, the mayor Vishwambar Goswami and another Goswami, and they were very helpful, as well as a headmaster of a school who helped us get the Krishna Balaram temple. So Prabhupada's test to see who would accept us was to invite them for prasadam dinner. And those who declined would not eat with us because we were not Brahmins. Even Gaurchand Goswami wouldn't eat with us. This was his test to cull or weed out the people who were for us. It was very clever. He says, all over the world, in Paris, New York, Australia, etc., our men and women are worshiping the deity very nicely. And I am very proud of their worship. There is no reason why we have to think we're dependent on any Indian Goswami to order and conduct our ceremony in Vrindavan. So you understand this and be convinced of it, and let them come as invited, but we shall conduct the affairs ourselves. Prabhupada even sent me to Jagannath Puri to see if we could get admitted, because we are doing Jagannath festivals all over the world. The young Goswamis said, wait, but the old ones didn't want to do it. This was, change takes some time. So this is Prabhupada advising this. We can also arrange to have here Govanda dramatical players and our own players as well. This was the Ras Leela troupe in Vrindavan who we were friendly with, so they performed at the opening. There should be abundant prasadam for whomever comes all day long. The kitchen should go on So see, there is sufficient stock of rice, attar, flour, ghee. The life members should be especially cared for and invited. We shall manage our own affairs. If they come, that is good, but if not, we shall manage. From our side, everything should be done nicely. So, yeah, Prabhupada always treated the life members specially. And the first life membership program had guest rooms in every temple of the world and a set of books, etc. All the big officers in Mathura and Vrindavan should be invited, Goswamis and God brothers also. Also invite local Marwadis and invite Pratak also. This was a friend. Practically by distributing a general invitation card, we shall invite everyone. All the inhabitants of Vrindavan will be invited to come and see the deity and take prasadam. Now, since this, the Krishna Balaram temple has been one of the most attended temples in Vrindavan. It's even in the Michelin Guide and some of the tour books. The Krishna Balaram temple is very successful in Vrindavan. There should be special arrangements for life members, Mr. Birley, and many other respectable visitors. There is no question of money. Let there be first class 1A arrangement. Krishna will provide all expenditures, so try to make it gorgeous. Gorgeous means sufficient stock of prasadam and temple decorations as gorgeous as possible. The eternal management of dressing can be done by yourself, Jamuna, Madhira, and Jayatirtha. They are experts. The Shastric direction can be from Prajumna. Also, Mr. Jaipurna of Karnapur came to see me, so invitations should be extended to him. Invite all local ashrams and sannyasis as well. I do not hear of pranava. I sent him a telegram, but there is no reply. The whole management should be done combinedly. Do not fight amongst yourself. That is my only anxiety. I shall leave for Vrindavan by 21st July. In the meantime, reply to me at LA, your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. So this is his instructions how to do the whole ceremony, who to invite, how to be personal to everyone. And this shows how Prabhupada is instructing us in his letters how to do everything first class. We should take Prabhupada's his example as our precedent. We should take Prabhupada's example as how to do things. He was a perfect gentleman besides a saint. We should be perfect gentlemen and ladies to one another as he was. And he did not like non-cooperation. The second letter shows Prabhupada's temple letters to also all temple presidents. Again, this shows how he instructs, and it says letter May 4th, 1970, letter to ISKCON temple presidents. Bahulath for Berkeley, Satsvarupa Boston, Harinama Boulder, Rupanuga Buffalo, Jayagopal Columbus, Bhagavan Das Detroit, Hansaduda Hamburg, Gursunda Hawaii, Durlab Laguna Beach, Gurudas London, Sripati Montreal, Hayagriva New Vrindavan, Chidananda Vancouver, Rishi Kumar New York, Umapati Paris, Subaldas Philadelphia, Sri Dharma Providence, Vamana Dave, St. Louis, Madhavisa, San Francisco, Chitsukananda, San Jose, Rubadananda, Santa Barbara, Gajendra, Seattle, Bali Murdan, Sydney, Sudama, Tokyo, Jagadish, Toronto, Damodar, Washington. My dear temple presidents, please accept my blessings. I hope everything is going well in your center. At each and every ISKCON center is my life and soul for preaching this movement. I hope you are doing your best to conduct the regular routine duties of temple, chanting regularly the beads observing the restrictive regulations, taking Sankirtan party to the streets, and selling our magazines and books. Now, at the present moment, I am concentrating my energy in the Los Angeles Center as ideal for all other centers in respect of deity worship, arti, kirtan, and other necessary paraphernalia. As I have curtailed my moving program, I wish that you may come here at your convenience and stay here for a few days and see personally how things are going on. And by meeting with me personally for necessary instruction, I hope simultaneously in all centers the activities will be of the same standard. Hope this will meet you in good health and more when we meet. Your ever well wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami. So this is the general, how he did it with mail, again, before fax and everything. He's personally instructing all the temple presidents, but then inviting them to come and meet with him. And when somebody was having problems, he would immediately say, come and see me and be with me for a while. This is the tremendous personality of Prabhupada, showing personalism instead of impersonalism. And this is how we were able to build the movement, because he was treating us each personally, just like all the gopis thought they were personally interacting with Krishna at the Ras Leela dance. They were all satisfied with their different personalities. Prabhupada satisfied us with all our different personalities with his personalism. Another letter I received from Prabhupada, and it shows how he encouraged us. Los Angeles, it's from Los Angeles, 24th December, 1968. It's in London. My dear Gurudasa, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your recent letter, undated. This is another lesson. He was very meticulous, along with copies of the syndicate contact inviting for newspaper reproduction of the Royal Albert Hall chanting, and they are all very encouraging. There was a gathering of the tribes of London, and it was even tighter than San Francisco, the community. And we were part of the community. And so we were invited to Royal Albert Hall at something called the Alchemical Wedding. It was supposed to be silent, like a Quaker meeting, but we told them, if you invite us, we might chant. We were just waiting for a sign. We were in 6 different spokes of a wheel with our instruments. Somebody yelled out, "Strawberry Fields Forever," and somebody yelled out, "Om." Well, that was our sign. We started chanting. The place went wild. I photographed and sent the article. It was called "Raving at Albert Hall" with Janaki and Jamuna chanting on the front, and another photo of us chanting. Prabhupada goes on. I am sure that Krishna is helping you all around for your honest and sincere endeavors. Just previous to your letter, I received one very encouraging letter from Samarasundara reporting of his meeting with George Harrison, who I understood has promised to give us a 5-story building in one of the busiest quarters of London. And that was 22 Betterton Place, right near the British Museum. It was a great location, and George was helping us, and he also was our guarantor, which meant if we couldn't pay the rent, he would. And then I arranged for a meeting of all our board members. So Prabhupada says, you have arranged for the convocation, and I have seen the list of invitees. It is very encouraging. Please conduct this convocation carefully and try to recruit some sympathizers for our nice London center. I am dispatching one tape by separate registered airmail in which you'll find my speech for this occasion. It begins with ladies and gentlemen. I think this speech will be nice, and it is recorded on speed 3 3/4. Well, we did have a very successful meeting, and Prabhupada started it off with his presentation. In my letter, I wrote an analogy of starting a new temple center, which was like planting seeds and watching them grow. Here, Prabhupada is telling me, no hurry. Regarding your analogy of sowing Krishna conscious seeds, I may inform you that there is a Bengali proverb, Sa Bora Moye Fale, which means that fruits like chestnuts and pomegranates or similar other valuable fruits and nuts take some time to be fructified. So any good thing comes in our possession after hard struggle and endeavor. So Krishna consciousness is the greatest of all good fruits. We must therefore have necessary endurance and enthusiasm to get the results. We shall never be disappointed when things are presented in reversed order. I remember how transcendental Prabhupada was when we were having the conflict with Mr. Nair in Bombay at the time. It was going not good for us years, and Prabhupada was talking about it, but he was transcendental. He was detached. It was really a good lesson. Anyway, your honest labor is now coming to be fructified. Always depend upon Krishna and go on working with enthusiasm, patience, and conviction. And Prabhupada told me enthusiasm is the backbone of Krishna consciousness. It was one of his adages. In the meantime, I have received one letter from Sri C. Govinda, which is also very encouraging. He was one of our people who helped us a lot in London. And Pandatrika was the first sitar instructor of George Harrison before Ravi Shankar. He had a music school. And Pandatrika are now cooperating with you. Please keep them as good friends. Mr. Govinda appears to be very intelligent man, and he has grasped the Sankirtan movement in a very suitable, and it is very suitable for the younger generation in the Western world. Our policy of Krishna consciousness is very nice. We are offering people good family life and faithful wives in Krishna consciousness, similarly able husbands in Krishna consciousness, so that the younger generation will be happy to have nice home, nice wife, nice food, nice dress, nice philosophy of life, nice culture, and ultimately nice Krishna. So this movement is the nicest of all other movements. Simply the ministers should be ready, intelligent, honest, and sincere. Then surely the Krishna conscious movement will be accepted by all considerate men and women. Thank you again for your letter, and I hope this finds you in good health. Your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami.
All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Lord Srila Prabhupada.
Thank you for sharing.